Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Blueprint Exclusive with me, Meghna Deka. Well, unfortunately, it's been a week since Sheikh Hasina's government was brought down in Bangladesh, and the Hindus there have borne the brunt of the nationwide lawlessness that we have seen, which has been unleashed. Now, while Bangladesh's minorities are being hounded, they are being targeted, their voices also have now been muzzled. There is outrage across the entire world. They are seeking justice and action against those who are perpetrating this persecution of the minorities in Bangladesh. When Hindus across the world have hit out on the streets, they've come out in solidarity with the Bangladeshi Hindus. Eminent personalities from India have also written an open letter. They have addressed their anguish at what they say is a Hindu genocide in Bangladesh. They have in fact urged India's parliament as well to pass a resolution. But let me tell you what exactly it is that the eminent personalities have penned in this open letter. It says, I quote them here, pass a resolution which recognizes the violence against Hindus. The second appeal that they have made is collaborate with the United Nations to protect Hindus, hold perpetrators accountable as well. Then the third appeal is advocate for humanitarian assistance, asylum as well, options for the persecuted Bangladeshis, many of whom, remember, have been seeking asylum in India as well. Also, they advocate for the humanitarian assistance to be extended to the Hindus as well as other minorities, saying asylum options are a big necessity and the need for the hour right now. In fact, what has been the response which is coming in from the Bangladeshi current administration after the swearing in of the interim government? Well, the BNP General Secretary Mirza Fakhrul Islam has claimed that the reports of these attacks on Hindus were in fact exaggerated propaganda. Watch this.
There is a sort of misunderstanding and very unfortunate propaganda being made by different media, nationally and globally also. And especially from your country, the media is spreading that there is communal atrocities going on in Bangladesh, which is not true at all. This is not communal, not religious. This is totally political to some cases. I invite you, the media of India, to come to Dhaka and see themselves what has happened in Bangladesh.
But today, the head of the interim Bangladesh government, Muhammad Yunus, he appears to have made a conciliatory move. In fact, he's visited a famous Hindu temple in Dhaka, the Dhakeshwari National Temple. It is one of the largest in Bangladesh, and it follows his appeal for us to stop atrocities against minorities when he came to power. Watch this.
এই স্বাধীনতাটা আমাদেরকে রক্ষা করতেই হবে, শুধু রক্ষা করা নয়, এই স্বাধীনতার সুফল প্রতিটি মানুষের ঘরে পৌঁছতে হবে, তা না হলে এই স্বাধীনতার কোনো দাম নাই। এই স্বাধীনতাটাকে পৌঁছানো হলে আমাদের শপথ, আমাদের যে প্রতিজ্ঞা যে আমাদেরকে এটা করতে হবে, ঘরে ঘরে পৌঁছাতে হবে। মানুষ যেন জানে যে বাংলাদেশ স্বাধীন হওয়ার অর্থ হলো তার নিজের পরিবর্তন, ব্যক্তির পরিবর্তন, সুযোগের পরিবর্তন, তার ছেলে মেয়ের ভবিষ্যতের পরিবর্তন।
Well, back home in India, of course, there has been a lot of politics over it. The BJP has trained its guns at the Congress. In fact, let's tell you why. The first is a statement that we are getting for you from 8th of August 2024. Rahul Gandhi here had said, swift restoration of peace and normalcy is the need of the hour. This is something that Rahul Gandhi had said. There was no mention of Hindus in the statement that he put out on Bangladesh. Then let's tell you what Jairam Ramesh has said. Jairam Ramesh on the 10th of August has said, concerned at the reports of targeted attacks on minorities. The BJP has asked why is it that Jairam Ramesh have not spoken about the Hindus who've been specifically targeted as well. Then you have others like Rashid Alvi, who has said that the Prime Minister is taking care of minorities in Bangladesh but not in India. So there you have it. One issue, one party and three different statements which have been coming in. Meanwhile, let's tell you what exactly it is that the Congress party has been saying. What's some of these reactions coming in?
Attacks on any people. Mr. Gandhi, Priyanka ji, everybody is very clear. I mean, Kharge ji, today Congress passed a very strong resolution. My question is to this government of India, what are you doing? See, that Mr. Gandhi is saying, we are saying, Muhammad Yunus is a man of great reputation. He's been a Nobel Prize winner. This Modi ji and his government, what have they done? What is their concrete steps? Muslim extremist element or Hindu extremist element, both are two sides of the same coin. Muslim extremist or Hindu extremist. Both feed on each other, both support each other.
So for the most part, however, the opposition parties have put the onus on the government of India while simultaneously accusing it of being communal in its approach by laying special emphasis on the safety of Hindus. In fact, Times Now has learned that the RSS too has expressed its concern on the matter at the highest levels. In fact, a long meeting with Rajnath Singh, the Home Minister, as well as JP Nadda had happened with the RSS top brass, which has learned to have asked the centre to take immediate and effective action to help the minority community victims of violence. Well, at the same time, the United States government too has very precious little to say about the attack on minorities in Bangladesh. They've offered only a perfunctory statement against all kinds of human rights abuses, and the White House has also demanded, or rather dismissed, the allegations by Sheikh Hasina government as well as assent that the US was behind the entire coup. Watch this reaction coming in.
So look, we're going to continue certainly to monitor the situation. I don't have anything else to add, to say beyond that. But when it comes to any type of human rights issues here, the president has been very consistent in speaking loud and clear in public and also privately. Don't have anything, and he'll continue to do that, but don't have any specific engagement to speak to it. So we have had no involvement at all. Any reports or rumors that the United States government was involved in these events is simply false. That is not true. This is a choice for and by the Bangladeshi people. We believe that the Bangladeshi people should determine the future of the Bangladeshi government, and that's where we stand. Any allegations, certainly we will continue to say, and I have said here, is simply untrue.
Well, let me go across to our panelists. Joining us, Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra, the BJP national spokesperson, as well as Rohan Mitra, a political analyst. Now, Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra, I'm going to come to you first because, as we were just discussing here on the show as well, the RSS too is very concerned about the safety of minorities, especially Hindus who are being specifically targeted. It has asked the central government to ensure that there is some kind of a help. In this case, what is it that India is doing on humanitarian grounds?
See, this is a diplomatic relation and long-term relation. Bangladesh is actually we can see it is a brainchild of our government only. And how the Bangladesh got created, it is our government handling all this thing. It may be the previous government, but actually the Bangladesh is a creation of our government. It is a diplomatic win. And it is not straightforward answer what the government is doing. Government is trying to do everything. Government is conveying everything diplomatically to the Bangladesh, and message is directly going to the Khaleda Jia and the acting Prime Minister of the Bangladesh. And whatever the support at the international level diplomatically we can do for the Bangladesh, we are doing for the safety of the Hindus and minorities of the Bangladesh. And you see, nobody has supported the ex-Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and now she is right now residing in our country.
Yes.
Under the safe haven all over the world, I think. And what else government can do diplomatically? But yes, if we come to the humanitarian ground, we have to see who are the minority. The minorities are Hindus, mainly Hindus. And if we see the politics, the Congress has never said anything about major minority of the Bangladesh, that is Hindu. They are just distancing themselves with taking the name of Hindus. Why? Because they feel this is the vote bank politics.
Okay.
Because obviously, yes. Otherwise, why they will not take the name? They have opposed the CA. CA is meant for whom? For the Bangladesh minorities. They have always opposed anything for the safety benefit of the Hindus all over the globe. They never stand for the Hindus.
Let me put that question across to Rohan Mitra. The charge which is coming in is that the Congress, with an eye on appeasement politics, is refusing to speak about the Hindus of Bangladesh. Is it secular to leave out Hindus, to turn a blind eye to the plight of the Hindus in Bangladesh? Rohan Mitra?
Good evening, Meghna. I just want to know, where are you getting this information from? And the BJP spokesperson forgets, in the CA, they cover all the other religions. I mean, please put the facts out there. Their law, their legislation talks about Christians, talks about Sikhs, talks about many other religions.
Jains and Buddhists as well.
In these Islamic countries. Let me just put it out there. The Congress, when the events happened, when Sheikh Hasina was brought to Delhi, the Prime Minister and the External Affairs Minister briefed the leader of the opposition. And what was the message from the leader of the opposition? That we are with the government. This is the government's external policy, government's foreign policy. What is the Congress going to say on this? Have you seen today also the resolution has been given out by the Congress party where they have said that they are standing by the government. Let the government make its decision. Even the BJP spokesperson is saying that it is a diplomatic issue. So what is the diplomatic stand of the government of India?
However, it was also Congress's own leaders who had come out and said that why did we give shelter to even the Rohingyas? They should be thrown out as well. There were varying voices coming in, Rohan Mitra, as I'm sure that you are very aware of, from the Congress party itself.
No. Meghna, listen, I come from Bengal. I'm a Bengali Hindu. Okay, so I have relatives. We lost out during the partition. We lost out on properties. Okay, we are more affected than by anybody else. Okay, and I have friends who are Bangladeshi Hindus. They are there. First of all, you have to understand a couple of things. It is a political issue in Bangladesh where there has been an uprising against the Bangladeshi government. It has no role. The Congress has no role to play over there. We have to be understanding to their emotions. We have given safe haven to their Prime Minister. Fair enough. We are not the Congress has not opposed to any of that. But what is happening in Bangladesh has to be taken care by the Bangladesh government. We are not here to open our borders. We are not talking about opening our borders to every person coming in from Bangladesh. If we did that, then my Bengal, the other northeastern states would have a huge problem. The country will have a huge problem. So let the government handle it. Let them decide. And then you ask the Congress to
to be fair enough, we all know that there is a specific cutoff for the CA. So it's not possible that under CA, these Bangladeshi refugees who are today being persecuted, they are trying to flee, so they cannot be given refuge anyways. But Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra, do you think Rohan Mitra has answered your question that it is concern for everyone and not just one community of Hindus that the Congress has been showing, and they have stood by the government?
Obviously, nobody can do anything in the Bangladesh because it is their internal issue, but at least they can show the same sympathy what they have shown for Palestine. Why?
For Gaza, for Palestine.
All the Palestinian supporters are sitting in the room. Why they are not saying anything? That is the main thing. It is issue of humanity. It is issue of sympathy. It is homeland of Hindu. India is homeland of Hindu. There is no problem. Why they are not saying anything about Hindu? They
answer that specific question. Okay, answer that specific question, Rohan Mitra.
No.
BJP says India is the homeland of Hindus.
Let me answer this with a quick question to him myself. Have I seen anybody from the BJP ever bringing up what's happening in Gaza? I haven't seen a single tweet or a single message where the BJP spokesperson had just said that, they have been concerned about other people. Listen, we are talking about each and every society. We are talking about Ukraine. We are talking about Bangladesh. If you want to be specific, why are you leaving out the Christians? Why are you leaving the Jains? You're talking about the Sikhs. Any other community, when you cover minorities...
To be fair, Rohan Mitra, again, I'm sure you know about it. The Prime Minister had spoken about minorities. He said Hindus and other minorities.
Did the Prime Minister use minorities here in Bangladesh? Did he specifically mention, has the Prime Minister of India, the Home Minister of India mentioned Hindus alone? I haven't seen a single statement from the Prime Minister. Why are we taking the spokesperson's word on it?
No, the Prime Minister has said that he's requested the Bangladeshi government to ensure safety of Hindus and all other minorities. That is what was posted by the Prime Minister's official handle.
No, Meghna, so the problem here is you want us to be specific. We are being specific and by the book, by the Constitution of India, by the rule of law brought by the BJP where they brought in the CAA, which is only targeting the Muslims. They have said, I accept that.
Rohan Mitra, I'll ask you a simple question. What's stopping Rahul Gandhi or a Priyanka Gandhi from coming out and say, save the Hindus who are there in Bangladesh who are being persecuted? Would that make them less secular? Would it make them less secular?
No, what makes you think that the Hindus is not covered by the statement, the Congress, even today's resolution, is it ignoring the Hindus? Please tell me, how are you coming to this conclusion that the Congress is ignoring the Hindus in Bangladesh? Because it was the Congress party under Indira
Dr.
Gandhi
Mishra,
which went.
The resolution says on minorities, let's protect.
That is the statement.
Protect the fundamental rights and the safety of all.
My question is that why Congress leaders, Congress spokesperson distancing themselves from the Hindus? That is the only question.
Have you distanced yourself?
Expose their ideology.
Are you distancing yourself?
Obviously.
Do you fear a backlash, Rohan Mitra?
Let me answer this. Any political party, any politically aware person, why would we want to ignore the majority community in the country and not use? I mean, why will we make them? How does it serve our purpose? How does it serve the Congress's purpose by ignoring the Hindus in India? And let me tell you, I am a congressman from Bengal. We don't feel any way that the Congress party has ever divided in terms of religion, in terms of Hindus and Muslims. Where are you going? If the Hindus and Muslims were a topic of discussion in Bengal, then the Congress would lose out on everything. Where are you getting these conclusions from? Even in the UN, when a resolution is passed, it takes into the words very carefully. This is an international matter. This is an international relationship you're talking about. We are with the government of India in its matter, in the relationship, whatever the government of India is doing.
Unfortunately, at the end of it all, in the midst of this cacophony, there are specific communities which are today being targeted in Bangladesh. Of course, there are several allegations which have been made on the Modi Sarkar. However, the BJP is quick to point out today when the Prime Minister, or rather the former Prime Minister of this Muslim state, was looking for refuge, India is the one which embraced her and has given protection and a shield to Sheikh Hasina. But of course, our hearts are going to be reaching out to those who are still being persecuted, especially the minorities, regardless of the religion there. But thank you so much for joining us here on the show, Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra, as well as Rohan Mitra. With that, we are going to be slipping into a short break. Don't go anywhere.